The Hollow Choir. People in Ashmore spoke about Blackbriar Forest the same way sailors spoke about the sea, with respect, with fear, and with the understanding that if it wanted you badly enough, it would keep you. Most of the stories were harmless enough. Hunters who wandered too far and lost an afternoon, strange lights drifting between the pines, voices that sounded exactly like loved ones calling from impossible places. The older locals would simply shrug. The woods burrow people, they'd say. Sometimes they give them back. No one ever explained what happened to those who returned. I arrived in Ashmore in late October. As a freelance photographer, I chased abandoned places for magazines and online publications. Forgotten churches, derelict hospitals, mining towns reclaimed by nature. Blackbriar Forest had become something of a fascination online after hikers posted photos of enormous stone circles deep inside the reserve. No one seemed able to locate them again. The GPS coordinates never matched. That alone was enough to get my attention. The locals, however, were less enthusiastic. The waitress at the diner froze when I mentioned Blackbriar. "You stay on the marked paths." "I've been through worse." She leaned closer. "I am serious." "What happens?" Her eyes drifted towards the rain streaking across the windows. "They hear you before you hear them." The forest welcomed me with silence. No birds, no insects. Even the wind seemed reluctant to enter. Towering pines blocked the afternoon light until everything existed in perpetual dusk. My GPS lost signal within 20 minutes. I wasn't worried. That happens all the time, right? I'd marked my route with bright orange ribbons tied around branches every 100 feet. Simple, reliable, impossible to lose. Or so I thought. When I looked behind me an hour later, every single ribbon was gone. I searched for one. Nothing. Not one remained. As if someone had quietly followed me, collecting them. The realization sent chills down my spine. Someone else was here. I called out. No answer. Only a dull knocking somewhere in the trees. Not woodpeckers, too rhythmic. 3 knocks. Pause. It continued for several minutes before stopping abruptly. Then came another answer. Far away, 3 more knocks. Soon the forest seemed alive with them. Signals. Passing through the trees. Someone was communicating. I should have left. Instead, curiosity won. It always had. The knocking drew me deeper until I found something impossible. A staircase. Not attached to any building, just old granite steps rising 15 feet into empty air. Weathered, covered in moss, perfectly level. The top ended at nothing. Someone had carved symbols into every step. Not letters, more like twisting veins surrounding staring eyes. I photographed them. The shutter clicked. Immediately, every knock in the forest stopped. Silence. Utter silence. Then, footsteps. Not one pair. Many. Moving quickly toward me. I ran. Branches whipped across my face as dozens of unseen people crashed through the undergrowth. I never saw them, only glimpses of red robes slipping behind trees, always just beyond clear vision. They never call out, never shouted, they simply kept pace, waiting. I stumbled into a clearing, the stone circle from the photographs, only much larger. 30-foot monoliths surrounded an altar carved from black rock. Hundreds of candles burned despite the steady rain. Around the altar knelt perhaps 60 figures. Everyone wore identical red robes stained dark around the sleeves. Their masks were made of deer skulls. Antlers reached towards the sky like dead branches. At the centre stood a woman in a deep crimson robe. Her mask wasn't a deer. It resembled something almost human. Almost human. She raised both hands. The kneeling figures began humming. The sound vibrated through my ribs. Low. Wrong. Like machinery pretending to sing. I ducked behind a fallen log. My breathing sounded deafening. On the altar lay a man, still alive. His wrists were tied with braided vines. His mouth had been sewn shut with black thread. His eyes pleaded. The crimson-robed woman lifted a knife, not metal, bone, long, yellowed, covered in carvings. She pressed its tip up against the man's chest. The humming intensified. The forest itself seemed to lean closer. Then, she smiled beneath the mask. I couldn't see it. I somehow knew. The knife plunged downward. The scream never escaped. Blood spilled into grooves carved across the altar. The channels carried it outward until the crimson liquid filled symbols surrounding every standing stone. The earth trembled, not violently, like something underneath had shifted. The cultists bowed as one, then all 60 heads turned towards me. Every single one, at exactly the same moment. No one had pointed, no one had spoken, yet they all knew precisely where I hid. The crimson-robed woman tilted her head, slowly, curiously, like examining an unfamiliar animal. Then she whispered, "Another witness." Everyone stood, together. I ran. They didn't chase immediately. That terrified me more. They walked, slowly, confidently, because they knew something I didn't. The trees began changing. Paths vanished. Ravines appeared where none existed. Every direction somehow curved back toward the clearing. 3 times I crossed my own footprints. Once, I found fresh footprints walking beside mine. Bare feet, huge, each print filled with blood. Night arrived impossibly fast. My flashlight flickered. Something moved between the trunks. Tall. Too tall. At least 8 feet, wrapped entirely in bark. Its limbs bent backwards. Its face had no features. Only smooth, pale skin stretched tight across a human-shaped skull. It stood motionless while the cultists approached. No one acknowledged it. The thing simply watched, then turned, and silently walked deeper into the forest. The cultists followed, except one. One remained, watching me, waiting. I hid beneath an uprooted tree until dawn, or what I assumed was dawn. The forest never truly brightened. Hours passed, nothing moved. Finally, I crawled out. The clearing had disappeared. No stone circle, no altar, only untouched woodland. I almost convinced myself none of it had happened. Then I found blood. Fresh, still warm. I followed a stream downhill. Water always led somewhere. Eventually, I reached an old dirt road. Relief flooded through me. Then I saw the truck, my truck, parked exactly where I'd left it, except someone had washed it. Mud gone, Windows were spotless. On the windshield rested a folded piece of paper. It contained only one sentence. "Thank you for attending tonight's offering." Beneath it, a photograph. One I hadn't taken. It showed me hiding behind the fallen log, taken from only a few feet away. I drove without stopping. I never looked back, never returned. Months had passed, nightmares faded, life resumed. And then the emails started. Anonymous, blank subject lines, each contained a single photograph. Me buying groceries, me asleep through my apartment window, me sitting in traffic, always taken from nearby, always impossible to notice. There was no text, only images. They arrived every full moon, one each month, without fail. Police traced nothing, no sender, no location, nothing. After nearly a year, they stopped. I believed it was finally over, until last week. A package arrived. No return address, and inside lay a red robe, freshly cleaned, folded neatly, along with a deer skull mask, and beneath it, another note. The choir remembers every witness. The next offering requires your voice. I haven't slept since. Someone knocks on my apartment wall every night. 3 times. Always 3. No matter which room I'm in, the knocking comes from the other side. When I open the door, no one is there. This morning, I found pine needles scattered across my bedroom floor. I live on the 12th floor. The windows were locked. The smell of damp earth filled the apartment. When I looked in the bathroom mirror, there was dried mud on the back of my neck. Not much, just enough to write a single symbol. The same one carved into the impossible staircase. I've scrubbed until my skin bled. It won't come off. Tonight is the full moon. The knocking has already started. And just a few minutes ago, I looked over the city. Hundreds of people were walking the sidewalks below. Most never looked up, but 60 of them did. All at once. Everyone wore a red hood. Everyone stood perfectly still in the middle of the crowd, waiting, watching, patient, as though they already know something I don't. The forest borrowed me once. I think it's finally come to collect what it forgot. Thank you guys, ghouls and girls for watching. Please feel free to connect with me on my Discord server, and if you want to watch me live, check out my Twitch channel. I am very active on both platforms and even have scheduled streams. I would absolutely love to see you there. Links to my other social media platforms are in the description below.
Stay spooky.